This is my new Daiwa Coastal. It's a 10-foot medium spinning and plugging rod. This is what you call a 30-70 split because the butt end is only 30%. The rest is 70%. So it actually feels like a one-piecer. It has a lot of backbone at the base right there because that's where you want the rod to be stiff when you're plugging.
Alright, this is the way I plug. What a day. I'm using 10-foot coastal with the 6,000 Spheros. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my right hand and that's going to push the rod away. When I go back, I'm pushing the rod away from me while my left hand is pulling it towards me. It's like Dr. Doolittle animal, the push me, pull you. Right hand pushes while the left hand pulls the butt of the rod towards me. When I do that, I'm going to use my knees. I'm going to just at the moment when I'm about to release, I'm coming in with my knees bent. I want to release. I straighten my knees up so it looks like my shoulders are rising, and when I release it's going to be roughly in a 45-degree angle such as that. Alright, so I'll show you what I mean. And what I'm trying to do mentally is bend the rod. That's the only thing you have to think about. I am going to bend the rod when I throw this. Do all those things, you'll be okay. Got some good distance on that. Just doing a little tail walking on the surface. There you have it. That's all you have to do. Alrighty. Oh, beautiful cast. Beautiful cast. Oh, the hang time on that one. Woo. Got it way out there. Spheros 6,000. Smooth reel. Just gonna tail walk it back in. Nice and smooth. Tail walking's good. When the swells are breaking, I usually walk the dog. Ah, what a day.
Aloha guys, this is Scuba Chris coming at you from Hawaii. Now the last video you just saw looked like I tossed it pretty far. I was estimating maybe 100 yards. How do you figure that out? Well, mathematically, this is what I do. Well, what I used was the Spheros, Shimano Spheros 6000. Now you can see my calculations here. In the video, I brought in 91 cranks. Now the retrieval rate of the Spheros is 40.6 inches per crank, which means every time you crank, it's gonna be 40.6 inches. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go 40.6 inches times 91 cranks, would give us 3,694.6 inches. That's how many inches it took for the 91 cranks to bring that lure back in. So what we do is we take that total, we're going to divide that by 12 inches because 12 inches is in a foot. So we're going to end up with 307.8 feet. This is all mathematically estimating how far I tossed that lure. That lure was a 1.6 ounce lure. Now if I use like a 2.4, I would get a little bit farther, but since I'm only using 30-pound braid, I didn't want a chance to snap that line. Okay, now what are the variables? One variable that comes to mind is the way that the line is spooled. Now the line on the outside is going to be a little bit wider than the line on the inside. So the first couple dozen wraps, you're going to get more line, and you're going to get down, and be less and less length of line coming out. Now this is just a automatic, it's not a reversible. The true way of doing this is with a reversible spinner. So what I did is I took out one of my older reversible spinners, went to the driveway, reversed out 10 cranks, looked up what the rating was, and lo and behold, after 2 tries, it only differed for like maybe a little over an inch. So mathematically speaking, this is a pretty sound system, trying to figure out how far you can toss that popper, and this way estimating is out the door. You can be a little bit more accurate because I'd like to know how far I toss that thing. This is just an experiment. Maybe if you want to be more accurate, you can go to the park and measure it out, but that's more humbug. Okay, if you want to do that, it's fine, but I'm just saying that for now, I'm roughly about 100 yards with the setup I have now. I'm comfortable with that. If I try to oomph it and put a little bit more into it, I'll do it a little bit farther, but I'll be straining my arms and shoulder, and I really don't want to do that because I want to plug all day long. All right, thank you.